Yes, Motosumo crew, welcome back. Welcome to a Tuesday live beginner ride. My name is Lottie Sorrell. I'm going to be taking you through 20 minutes of our beginner session today. The way I like to think of this class is as your guided tour to the Motosumo app. So whether you're new to cycling, whether you're new to static cycling, whether you're new to Motosumo, or whether you just fancy a little bit more of a chilled session, this is the one for you. That being said, if you're feeling it, feel free to push it. Anything I say in these sessions is a guideline, and you can listen to your body to go higher or lower in speed or resistance. Margot, welcome back. So nice to see you again. Team, we're gonna start where we always start. We're gonna drop that resistance all the way to zero. Take every little bit off your bike. Join me at this ground zero so that we can rebuild as a team. Now add a little bit back on. Just enough to bring you up to that point where it feels like you're cycling along a smooth, flat road. This is our resistance number 1 out of 4. And I'm gonna show you all 4 today. Make sure before we do anything else that your knees feel supported. We don't wanna feel like we're cycling on air. I want you to feel that road. Yes, team. Next thing, have a go at that emoji keyboard. We're gonna use that all throughout today. At the beginning of rounds, at the end of rounds, I want you to cheer on your fellow riders and to cheer on yourself too. Yes, Lucas, yes, Chris, yes, Margot, my beautiful live riders today. One last thing before I start that timer. Take a look down at the bottom of your app screen right here. You're gonna see a dial with a color around the edge and a number in the middle. That is your RPM. That is how fast your legs are going right now. We're gonna use that to stay on the same page. Everybody, find a nice solid green zone. 80 to 90 on that RPM wheel. I'm gonna set off that warm-up timer. We have 4 minutes today. I'm gonna start that playlist. Here we go, team. Hold that green zone. Anywhere between 80 and 90. And just take a moment to listen to the body. If it's still feeling too light, remember you can add more. If it's feeling too heavy, remember you can take some off. Everyone always forgets that part. You are not committed to the resistance that you've added on right now. You can adjust. Deep breath. We're gonna push up that speed a little bit more. Find 90 on that RPM. You're gonna see that RPM zone turn yellow. Enjoy this yellow zone for a second. Yes, Lucas. Yes, Chris. Yes, Margot. To all my team joining on team display or joining on demand who I can't shout out by name, welcome. An especially warm welcome if this is your first ever session with Motosumo. The hard part is over. You've joined, you've jumped into the unknown. Let us take you from here. Let's talk about that form now. We're gonna return to this throughout today's session. For our cycling form, we wanna be pushing those heels down towards the floor with every rotation on our pedals. We wanna be bracing that core, relaxing the shoulders. Now take a look at your knees. If they're pointing in towards each other or out towards the sides of the room, bring them so they're pointing straight down that road in front of you. 2 minutes left of warm-up, team. We're gonna start to turn this up a little bit. Add some more resistance. Bring it up to your resistance 2. And your resistance 2 is gonna feel like sand under your wheels. It's a little bit looser. It's a little bit slower on those pedals. Nice team, try and hold that yellow zone if you can. While we hold, not hide, while we hold this slightly harder pace, I want you to start to think of a goal or a challenge for yourself today. What can we accomplish in the next 15 minutes? Mercedes, welcome back. We're here in our resistance 2. I want you all to look at that number on your RPM wheel. Try and bring it up by 3. Yes, Mercedes. Can't get enough of us today. By the way, team, if you're joining this on demand and you're wanting to bring in a bit more training, you're wanting to try a back-to-back session, but you're not sure how to start, this Tuesday slot right here is so perfect. We have a 15-minute express, followed by a 20-minute beginner. So it is an awesome, awesome option. We're not supposed to have favorites, but this is my favorite combo right here. Yes, team, 12 seconds left of warm-up. Start to find your flat road again. Your resistance 1. I'm gonna turn up that volume. We're gonna kick this off. Right back in our yellow zone. Volume is up. 45 seconds. Enjoy that resistance 1. Yes, Margot, nice. Yes, Mercedes. Yes, Lucas. Yes, Chris. It feels weird calling you Chris. I'm so used to Alaska Chris. I feel like I've just called you by your surname. Alaska Chris it is. Yes, team. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest those feet. Yes, team, how are we feeling? We've seen our resistance 1. We've seen our resistance 2. I'm gonna show you our next resistance now. Take a deep breath before we go. We're gonna start to bring it up to our resistance number 3. I want you to add. Bring it past your resistance 2, past your sand or gravel, and into some thick, sticky mud. This is our resistance 3. We're aiming for that green zone, 70 to 89. We're gonna hold it for 30 seconds more. Nice, team. This is beautiful from all of you live riders. This pace is stunning. Mwah. Bravissimo. 10 seconds. Hold it. Rest it down, 15. Now, as we get used to this bike, as we get used to these resistances, your rest is just as important as your work. Take deep breaths, because we go again. Resistance 3, 45 seconds this time. In 3, in 2, in 1. Remind yourself of that goal that you set. Remind yourself of whatever challenge you are working on at the moment. If you're brand new to cycling, I would really encourage you to set a challenge. Set a focus, whether it's speed, whether it's strength, whether it's endurance. It really helps. 10 seconds. We get that next rest. In 5, in 3, 2, 1, rest it down. Yes, team. Beautiful, beautiful work. Super strong in that resistance 3. I hope you can hear it in my voice. I'm on a lot of breath, and you should be too. That is the key to your resistance 3. We're gonna go even heavier now. We're gonna peak that resistance. For the only time today, we're gonna work on our resistance 4. Now in this resistance 4, we're gonna have 3 rounds. Our rounds are gonna start at 45 seconds, and they're gonna slowly drop down. Before we go, start to find that resistance 4. This one should feel like a steep hill. What I always say is the kind of hill that if you stop pedaling, you'd roll back down. Have we got it? Blue zone, 50 to 69, 45 seconds. Yes, Chris, yes, Margot. Yes, Mercedes, even heavier. Yes, Lucas. Nice, keep it adding, team. If you're in that green, that is your legs begging for some more work. They're stronger than you know. Keep it pushing, heels to the floor. You have 10 seconds. Fight through, team. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes. Now that was our longest, heaviest round, and it's done. It's over. You're holding this resistance 4. Don't let that resistance go anywhere. But we have 2 more rounds, and each one is gonna get shorter and nicer. We have 30 seconds next up. Holding that blue, 50 to 69. Right now, 30 seconds. Let's go, team. Nice, Chris. Nice, Margot. Nice, Mercedes. Yes, Lucas. 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1. Rest it down. One more heavy round. This one is gonna be 20 seconds long. We're gonna hold that blue zone just like before. In 3, in 2, in 1. 20 seconds. Final resistance 4. Yes, team, 10. 3, 2, 1. Rest it down. 30 seconds now. Release those legs. You can start to drop off that resistance. We're gonna bring it right back to our resistance number 1. Yes, Chris. How are we feeling, team? Is everybody with me? Is everybody feeling wonderful at this point? The beauty of these 20-minute sessions is by this stage, those endorphins have kicked in. We just get to ride them all the way through. And in honor of that endorphin kick, I'm gonna put on those purple lights. We have less than 5 minutes to go, team. Resistance 1, flat, smooth road. Find your yellow zone. 30 seconds. I'm gonna spoil the surprise here. Straight after this push, we have 1 more without a rest. In 17 seconds, we're gonna keep our resistance 1, and we're gonna try and add minimum 5 to that RPM. Take a look at that RPM number now. Add 5 in 3, 2, 1. Yes, team, visualize that number, visualize that speed. If you're in that red zone, don't fight it. Keep holding that speed. If you're in that yellow zone, awesome, team, keep it up. 4, 3, 1, rest it down. Yes, team, release those shoulders. Deep breath. We're gonna do that one more time. This time, however, we're gonna start with that second speed. We're gonna start with our quickest one, and then we're gonna drop down to your 90s in that yellow zone. Start to line it up. 30 seconds, fast speed in 3, 2, 1. Keep it calm, keep it smooth. Most importantly, keep breathing. Yes, Lucas, yes, Chris. Yes, Mercedes, yes, Margot. Yes, team display. Yes, on demand, drop it down. 90s. This is the trick. Can we slow it just enough without dipping into that green zone? Yes, team. Let's line up those trophies. Send off those emojis. Right now, we have one last challenge. Those of you who know me well, you know how this is gonna finish. In my mind, there is only one way that we can finish a 20-minute beginner session, and it is with a race. It's a 1-minute race, team. And for this race, I want you to find resistance 2. Sand or gravel, just enough to make it a little bit more of a challenge. Now you can go all out with this race, or you can use it just as a moment to ride along that road, just you and your bike. Whichever one you choose. We go in 3, in 2, in 1. Lift off, team. Full blast off, yes, Lucas. Remember that target. Remember that challenge. Push towards it now. You have 30 seconds. These final few seconds are the ones that you are going to remember when you look back on today's session. I want you to remember that feeling of speed, that feeling of power. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, team. Release it down. Woo. Well done, Lucas, Chris, Mercedes, Margot. Drop that resistance down. You made it, team. You made it. Not only did you work up the courage to click on that session today, but you completed it. Let's see those emojis for yourselves, for all of your team riders, for everyone who's going to join this on demand, on team display. Well done. Slow the feet. We're going to bring it up out of that saddle. We're going to think about everything that we just achieved, and we're going to push the heels down towards the floor, holding the feet parallel, nice and stable. Happy Tuesday, team. I hope these endorphins carry you through the rest of the day, whatever that looks like. I hope they propel you through the rest of your week and onto amazing things. Opposite foot in front. Well done. Yes, Margot, right back at you, team. Take an extra little moment to stretch once you get down from your bike. Otherwise, this has been so much fun, as always. Thank you for joining, team, and I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao for now.